episode of DFS Office Hours with your host, Matt Tillman, also known as Phantom5251. I'm just kidding. No, actually, what I'm going to do is show you a little review video of SaberSim's awesome new feature, Contest Sims. So for this one, what I'm going to do is go ahead and get you started by running just your basic 20 max build for a typical 10,000 to 50,000 contest max. And what I usually like to do, honestly, because in order to meet DraftKings compliance rules, is find a pitcher that you know probably won't get much use at all in order to be able to build those lineups. So we'll go ahead and do that here. And I'm going to hit pause while that runs. And so I'm of the mindset of a lot of the other players here that like to do a very diverse set of lineups. So what I like to do, kind of like Jordan has talked about in previous videos, is see what the max is that I can get to when it comes to building lineups. And in this case, it looks like for a 20 max, I can get all the way up to 9, but I like to go down to 1 less than the max to get my diverse set of lineups figured out. And then similarly, I like to go from kind of like a left to right, sorting by the pool that I have exposure wise here. So usually if it comes in under 5% pool exposure, I like to go ahead and get rid of those. So we'll hit apply, take care of that. And then I also like to look at pitching and go by ownership to see who's going to be the highest owned, and then try and maybe look to see if I can boost up the opposing team against one of the cheap higher owned pitchers. So maybe we'll look to see to boost Cleveland up a little bit in this case. As we can see, they're already at a 30% pool exposure, so I'll maybe bop that up to 25. Hit yes. Okay, so I feel pretty comfortable with that. So now what I will do is go back to our contest settings here and do one of SaberSim's new contest sims. And so what we can do is hit add contest sim. We'll just call this 20 max here, and we'll just consider this a jukebox, so low stakes. And what you can then do is also customize it by contest size, the percent to first and the percent of entries paid. So we'll just kind of do a standard 5,000 contest size and maybe 10% to first. And we can actually bump this up to 100,000 sims here. We'll hit save settings. And so it takes it a minute. And then what you can do is go over here and hit run contest sim. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that. And while that's running, I'll go ahead and hit pause. The contest sim went ahead and ran over here. So what I will do next is what I like to do is, after kind of making sure everything still looks good after the sim, is go ahead and sort by the 20 max contest sim. But what I like to do is pick what's called risk-adjusted ROI, or return on investment. And so what this sorting metric can do for your pools is, while focusing on the ROI of your lineup, which looks pretty good in this case, it will also take into factor the risk portion of it, or I believe also known as the omega ratio in this case, to give you a great diverse set of lineups that when it runs against SaberSim's ownership field that it expects to play out for that particular type of contest, you can usually be rest assured that the lineups you pick should either cash, or better yet, even get you all the way to where you need to be able to bank a contest. So for me, what I love with the contest sims is just how absolutely easy SaberSim has made it to be able to give me peace of mind to make sure that I have a great set of lineups for whatever particular contest that I might choose to play in for that night. Because what's really cool is you can also add in up to an additional 4 contest sims at the same time, so that way you can run all 5 at the same time. You can add even more as time goes on if you really want to be prepared, but generally, since a lot of different contests will have similar settings, you can usually pick like a generic set to run at the same time. So if you've been on the fence about trying out for SaberSim's Ultimate Plan, I highly suggest you give it a try, especially with the NFL season upon us. SaberSim gives you a free 5-day trial to check it out, and the whole entire team within SaberSim is wonderful. They're usually very quick to respond to messages. Any questions you may have, highly suggest checking out their office hours on a daily basis, and all of SaberSim's team within their Discord is always ready and willing to answer any questions that you might have. You can find me in the Discord there. It's Phantom, Phantom, 5251. Always happy to help out the community as well and any questions you may have. So, again, highly suggest checking out SaberSim's Ultimate Plan in the Contest Sims feature. And then that way you'll make sure that, how should I say this, that your NFL DFS lineups don't get dislocated this year like my shoulder did this weekend. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great season and best of luck.